I spent 8 years in college. The first 2 in engineering. I dropped out and I chased art. I chased visual storytelling. Painting, photography, VR, AR. I followed my curiosity. I won awards, sold work in group shows, but no gallery came calling. The system that trained me had no space for someone like me. So I pivoted. I moved from static to moving images, one piece of software at a time. I left Ireland, explored, learnt, rebuilt. Came home and worked on Hollywood films, immersive VR, animation. But every job only wanted 20% of what I could do. The rest, too much, too different, too non-linear. I burnt out, no space for intuition, no flow. The more I learnt, the more I felt lost creatively. But I also learnt I'm different, for better or worse. So I started building something better, a system that fits, a creative life that works with how I think. Not a tutorial, not a course, just the truth, documented, shared, unfiltered. Not just art, it's the art of the journey. AI can copy an image, but it can't show the hours, the doubt, the why. This is the Polymath journey. The content, the brand, the systems, the philosophy. Subscribe if you're curious. I followed the flow of curiosity for years. One interest leading to another. One experiment bleeding into the next. At times it felt chaotic, even pointless. But deep down, I always believed it would come together. That someday the puzzle would start to form a picture. Quietly in the background, I was building something, preparing for a moment I could not yet explain. I dreamed of a space of my own for as long as I can remember. I needed somewhere to work. After years of saving, I bought a house, built a studio. I laid the foundation for a system I could live by. For over a decade, I imagined this YouTube journey. I imagined showing the process, the mess, the struggles, the experiments, the stories that cross between mediums. But something always got in the way. A new software I needed to learn, deadlines, a crisis, a job. The difference now, I don't see another path. How did I earn 2 degrees, spend years studying, writing, creating, and still come out with no real system for making a living? I waited for the gallery system. I waited for the industry. But the waiting led nowhere. And now the 3D jobs are gone. Dried up by strikes, AI, border problems, and no gallery has ever approached me. So I decided I'm done waiting. I'm not asking for permission anymore. I'm building this myself. My own systems, my own brand, my own production, my own art. When I stopped painting, something in me went quiet, but the ache never left. That restlessness, that need to touch, to shape, to feel, it kept pulling me back. So I built a system to let me begin again. I knew space would be tight, so I started designing. Modular rigs for small paintings, a cleat-mounted wall system for large canvases. I pulled out my old painting arm, sprayed it matte black, mounted it onto IKEA drawers I already had. I added wheels to it, made everything modular. I set up a digital station for everything else, and this is the core of the setup. They say AI is coming for our minds, but soon it'll come for our hands. And yet, it's through our hands that we understand the world. We shape, we explore, we create, we love. If we forget the need for touch, we lose something deeply human. Be wise with your time. Be wise with what you say. After years of digital work, of VR, of animation, of production pipelines, I needed to get back to something slower, something real. I need to draw, I need to paint, I need to sculpt. I need to get out of my head and back into my body. Digital work gave me a career. It helped me buy a house, but it also disconnected me. Now I have the space, the tools, the time, and I'm ready to bring it all together. Truth is, I always planned to return to painting. The digital skills were never the destination. They were the means. This is that moment when the dust clears and the work begins. This is the Polymath journey. The content, the brand, the systems, the philosophy.